Hi, I'm Scott. I'm the founder and CEO of Hireguide. My whole career has been in talent acquisition. I've worked in TA strategy. I built TA technology for 7 years with LinkedIn. And I'm so excited to share with you today everything that we've learned from working with thousands of hiring managers to help them interview, what we've learned from applying the most cutting edge technology in the world to this space, what we've learned from our PhDs in hiring science and 60 years of behavioral science, and what we've seen to capture data to make the most intelligent interview decision quickly. But before we jump into that, I do want to make one note. I'm very fortunate to run a team of who I think is the best people in the world to be building this technology. We have 10 LinkedIn alumni. There's deep expertise, but there's also deep care around the idea of hiring kind. We are a certified B Corp, so we exist for a social purpose, which is making the gateway to opportunity at work, which is interviewing, faster, fairer, and twice as predictive. So let's jump in. Your teams deserve a specialized end-to-end interview decision system. The words here are very carefully chosen. This is not a applicant tracking system, which is something built for recruiters. We are an interview decision system that is built for managers. We're also specialized to bring the best technologies in this particular space and end-to-end, because a really smooth experience for your managers and for your candidates requires a thoughtful integration rather than lots of different point solutions. And then ultimately what matters in interviewing, the ROI, the thing that's going to make talent the number one driver of business success, is decisions. And we see that better retention, better performance is so important. It's one of the most strategic decisions that managers will make in a given year. And so we think about this in a very deep way. So if you want to make better hiring decisions, the data and hiring science is very clear. You need to think about interviews as a data gathering exercise because high quality decisions require high quality data. But unfortunately today, most of the data from interviewing is lost. It's unstructured or it's uncaptured. So for example, you have maybe poor notes, or the questions that you're asking are not actually high signal questions. They're just the top 10 cliches that aren't predictive of performance. Ultimately, this is leading to 5 times more expensive hiring mistakes, and missed opportunities are very common. 74% of people say they recently hired the wrong person. So Hireguide automatically collects and structures interview data to make the most intelligent hiring decision faster. Before interviews, we structure the full process, so you get the best process to have the signals and data that you actually need. During the interviews, we structure the conversational data from your live in the room or on the phone interviews. Afterwards, we structure the scores and decisions, and throughout the process, Hireguide is always learning for you to give you insights on how to optimize your process. Now, before we continue, let's also talk about the ethical use of AI. We know that you care about talent and that it's so important to you. Humans need to interview and humans need to decide. We use ethical AI to make it easy to run a better process and to organize data, but we never have AI evaluate candidates. Okay, so before the interview, you are going to move from a world where you have a very manual, inconsistent process, lots of steps to try and set things up, to just taking any job title, any job description, and having a full structured interview loop in minutes. We can create skill-based scorecards, multi-round plans, question and answer guides, specifically written for your organization. Teams, roles in a collaboration space, all of this now in minutes and optimized to be able to capture that data that matters. Now, during the conversations, you're finally going to be able to capture all of that information that's flowing back and forth between your interviewers and candidates. So you're moving away from spotty notes that you had to chase to get into the ATS to actually having full transcripts, conversational insights of what kind of questions candidates are asking, and searchable topic models. So this gives you smooth scheduling, AI notes and summaries, and lots of different ways to capture that information. Now, the most important thing in interviewing is integrating the perspectives across the hiring team. And by perspectives, I mean the human evaluations. It's one thing to sort of capture the transcripts of what happened in the interview, but the really valuable parts are what are the opinions of the assessors. And unfortunately today, most of that information is locked in managers' guts or it's stuck in their head. And so we actually structure this information, we get it down, we have ways of bringing together the information across the team so we can guide debrief conversations and compare candidates on skills. And then ultimately, the platform is always learning. So today you probably have poor visibility. Tomorrow you're going to have rich reporting, actionable insights on how to improve your content, how to improve your interviewers with coaching insights, how to improve candidate closing. And so we've been very thoughtful on how to build this experience to engage the full hiring team. Applicant tracking systems are really made for recruiters, but we've been very thoughtful about the jobs to be done and what's the experience for a manager and for a candidate, and that's really increased engagement. So we always say, meet customers where they are and then take them further. So if most of your interview process is going great, or you want to just take one optimization and maybe work with recruiters and just do AI notes, we have really simple SKUs that require almost no change at all and will instantly get you efficiency gains. But if you're ultimately interested in making talent the number one driver of business success through better quality decisions, we also have solutions that is a full, complete workflow for that best decision. And when you put all this together, better hires, better candidate close rates, thousands of hours saved for recruiters and for managers and for candidates, and the clean data altogether, there's very easily a 10x ROI. And we're seeing a lot of companies strategically approach a project in this space and get some big wins from relatively small differences. So there's more detailed demos below. We would love to meet with you again in person, and we're just so excited about all of the innovation that is coming in this space to be able to bring AI together to power hiring science, to power an ethical hiring kind experience. Thanks.